Ever since walking away from your marriage became a trend, we've been seeing younger and younger women getting divorced, even when it harms their children. Like this single mother of three who's turning her divorce into a full-blown drama. That's the story we're covering today. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment.
Currently going through a divorce. Been almost a year since he cheated and left, so we've been separated for almost a year. And I am moving out of our home. I'm currently getting it ready so he can move in here with his girlfriend, but that's not what I'm sad about. What I'm sad about, and I didn't realize how triggering it would be, is going through our son's baby clothes. We have 3 kids. We have 2 sons. We have 2 sons and a daughter, but these are our son's baby clothes. Our daughter never got to see us together. She was only 2 months old, so she never got to see her parents together, so that's good, but I'm going through my son's clothes, and it's extremely triggering. I didn't realize how triggering it was gonna be. I don't miss my relationship. I don't miss their dad. I don't ever wanna it's not about that. It's just like you can't help but feel like a failure. Like I'm going through their clothes and I'm like, it's bringing me back to the memories of them in their clothes, and like I just like look at their little pajamas and I think about like putting them to bed and like thinking about the future and not imagining that, I would have to spend only 50% of their lives with them. But yeah, it's really fucking triggering. And it's really sad. So, if you're going through a divorce and you're a single mom or a single dad, I'm really sorry. My heart hurts for you because this shit is not easy. It's really fucking sad.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
First, let's make one thing clear. Infidelity is not justified. Period. But it's also true that a relationship doesn't fall apart overnight without context behind it. She herself admits she doesn't miss the relationship or the father of her children. That alone tells you the problem didn't start with the affair. The breakup had been building long before that. Let me be clear. I do not support infidelity under any circumstances. It's wrong. Now, I don't know how this woman lives, but as a man, the idea of putting my 3 children out on the street is something that personally would keep me up at night. In cases like this, I would transfer the house into my children's names. It wouldn't belong to either of us. I wouldn't leave it to her, but I would make sure my kids have a roof over their heads. That's my view, because my conscience wouldn't let me rest if I turned them out onto the street.
So much pain. It just doesn't stop. My heart to stop hurting. Stop so bad. Sometimes after I drop my kids off with their dad for his night, I literally sit in the garage. I sit in the garage in the silence until I can get motivation to go back inside. Sucks.
Ma'am, when you're married, men expect one thing from you, that you take care of the home. They make sure you're provided for financially. The problem today is that people are overly emotional. Everything revolves around feelings instead of managing those emotions. You give her a comfortable life in every way, and she still looks for something to complain about. And like I said, divorce is trendy now. In the past, people worked through their crises. Nowadays it's over. I'm moving on. But the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sooner or later, this woman is going to realize that.
Women.
Hi. The sunset is literally so gorgeous right now, and it's making me pink. Besides the point, I'm on here and be fully transparent about where my video went. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I posted a video a few days ago about a situation that I went through back in May. I have to be very careful with what I say. At the advice of my attorney, I am no longer allowed to have that video up. I had to private it, and I can no longer speak on the situation or the surrounding situations, which sucks, obviously, if you didn't see my comments in that video. I just feel like I'm backed into a corner, but I respect my attorney a lot, and I'm taking her advice. Anyways, I just wanted to pop on here and be fully transparent about it, why it's gone, and also to say thank you to literally every single person that commented on either one of those videos, both of them, any of my videos, liked any of my videos, left me a sweet message. I wish I could reply to all the messages because they are so kind. I've gotten flooded with such kind messages and comments and just people showing so much love and support to a stranger on the internet. I mean, I also would do that because this situation sucks. It's very isolating and lonely. Well, I'm going to see the other side. I know that. I've gone a year with keeping my head down. I can do it. I just wanted to come on here and say thank you to literally every single person. I'm going to keep posting. I just can't keep posting specifically about that incident or what's going on currently. I'm just really happy to have this new little community, and I hope to keep growing it. Sucks that it's under these circumstances because I wish there was better people in this world, and I wish people did not have to experience this kind of crap. Builds character, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, thank you again, and I'll see you next time.
Now, a lot of women are trading their marriages for a social media community. That's the trend right now. And conveniently, her attorney tells her to delete all the videos related to her marriage so the man can't use them in his defense. In plain terms, she's going after the money. Let me be clear, she's in a strong position. The guy cheated, she has 3 children with him, so you already know she'll most likely walk away with half of everything, and the man will end up seeing his kids less. That's why her attorney advised her not to give the defense any advantage.
Divorce is a 3-year healing process. Let's see where you're at. The first year is called the turbulent period, and this is the most difficult. This is when you go through grief, sadness, and anger, and a sense of loss, a sense of mourning. The second year is called the formative period, and this is when you start to settle and build a new life. You become more focused on self-reflection and growth. The third year is called the triumphant period, and this is when you have a sense of stability and a sense of purpose. My point of this video is to show you that human emotions are natural. The healing process is a natural process. And I think a lot of times we introduce people into our lives when we're not ready. You know, they say by the second year is when you really start to self-reflect. Now, can you imagine somebody 6 months out of a hurtful and painful marriage and divorce that is introducing somebody into their life and they haven't went through the process of even self-reflection? Oftentimes what happens is somebody will repeat the same pattern with person after person after person because they haven't taken time off to self-reflect or haven't taken time off to heal or haven't taken time off to develop a deeper and more personal relationship with God. When you're not completely healed, the person that you're introducing into your life will replace God. They will become your stability. They will become your healer. They will become what you call your anchor. If you've divorced in the last few years or even widowed in the last few years, be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, are you really ready to introduce a new person or to get out and start dating? Are you truly healed? Have you built that relationship with God? When you're pursuing a new person in a new relationship, why is it so important to learn how to love yourself? Because you can't give what you don't have.
Absolutely. One of the biggest mistakes many men make is leaving a divorce and, just a few months later, jumping into another relationship. Sometimes it's better to take a hard look at your life, see where you stand, assess your situation, explore your options, and choose your next move carefully. Something I always recommend is writing your problems down and getting your life organized. When you take the time to put on paper what's weighing on you and outline possible solutions, you start to realize you might not be as bad off as you think. Another reality is that divorce can hit a man hard, emotionally and financially. You have to make major changes, like walking away from your home. The toughest part is that you'll likely have less money and be older when you're starting over. But you can rebuild. And the sooner you get comfortable in your own skin again, the sooner your life will improve. You can come out of this better and stronger than before.
I look literally insane because I've been crying for like 20 minutes. I haven't slept in like 24 hours. I've just mentally not been feeling well. I just have a lot on my plate and a lot going on. So a video today, just talking a little bit about me and what I went through as a child and how I really wanted to be able to surprise my boys with their dream room, because they always ask me like, when are we gonna decorate my room and stuff like that. And as a single mom, you kind of have to make priorities. So bills and food come before decorating and furnishing your home, and also lawyer bills and stuff like that when you're going through a divorce. So someone suggested I make an Amazon wish list. I'm gonna start crying again, and literally all I do on my TikTok is cry, but these are happy tears. I made an Amazon wish list a few hours ago, and it's pretty much everything is pretty much bought. Their bedding and their curtains and stuff, and I like, there's truly no words. Like, I know it's hard out here and we're all kind of struggling, so for whoever to purchase one of those things to use their hard-earned money on a stranger, like, I hope someday, and no, I know someday I'm gonna be in a position to do that for somebody, and I am so grateful. It's really hard being a single mom. You feel really prideful and you don't really want to accept help. And yeah, I'm just so thankful. So if you bought something, I have no words. I'm so grateful. And even if you just interacted with my video or followed me. So yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, bro. What? Oh my God!
See why I don't put much faith in social media? All this drama has turned into a business. There are hundreds of people doing the same thing right now. They post a divorce story, shed a few tears on camera, and suddenly everyone feels obligated to help because she's the victim. It reminds me of that woman who used to cry while cooking on camera and shared a donation link, saying she was a single mom. Later on, her ex-husband posted a video claiming it was all a lie, that she had abandoned her children, that she was the one who left, that there was even a restraining order against her, and that she was using the story just to collect money. She responded afterward, and it turned into a full-blown public mess. There are many cases like that nowadays. One thing I noticed on her profile is that I never saw her doing anything related to her kids. Strange, but I'll just leave that there. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, The questions are for you. Why does divorce often hit men harder financially and in the time they get to spend with their children? If there were 3 kids involved, why weren't all possible solutions exhausted before breaking up the home? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.